Okay, here's the Atlas350XL, which was Atlas's attempt to take on the Japanese. Sadly, it really ended up killing Atlas. He just couldn't make enough money on it. Anyway, let's turn it on. On-off switch is on the drive, which is a bit weird, but anyway. Okay, tune in a little bit. Okay, this one has a digital display. As is common with a lot of radios of this era, you have to peak things, so I'll show you what I mean. This has also got the optional external VFO, or auxiliary VFO. I'm receiving on the main VFO. If I wish to, I can switch such that this is used. Clearly we're outside the band now, but so you now have the possibility of split operating. So we're receiving on that, but we're transmitting on that. However, let's put it on transceive on there. It's got some fairly nice facilities. We've got an AF notch filter, we've got noise limiting, we've got noise blanker. There's also, you know, all the bands. This is pre-WARC, although only just pre that. Plus, if you fiddle with this, you can end up with all sorts of strange combinations of frequencies. It's a nominally 200 watt PEP radio. In practice, I'm getting about 150 at the moment. However, that's when it's in a good mood. This is a somewhat temperamental radio. Anyway, let's take the top off and we'll have a look inside. Here's the Atlas350XL with the top off. We can fairly quickly see we've got the Atlas plug-in boards, as is usual. We've got a few others dangling off tag strips and so on. This is, I think, the driver electronics, which is then driving through to the PA here, which again is just convection cooled. We've got 3 filters here, upper sideband, lower sideband and CW. We've got the frequency counter here. This is where the auxiliary VFO is plugged in from the front, and at this point we can see something that's likely to be an issue. This is the control coming through from the pre-selector, and you've got this capacitor and this one, and they are part of different resonant circuits, so your problem's going to be to get that to tune in sympathy with that. If it doesn't, then well, you won't get the gain you should, as I have found out, having spent many happy hours trying to get the two to track. And then what you do is you put the lid on, and end float on the capacitor means it all goes off tune again, so not the most robust of designs. Okay, here's the underside of the Atlas350XL. Got the bottom of the plug-in boards there, another one there sort of dangling in mid-air, odd ends of bits of tag strip, sort of very much the sort of approach that would have been used on valve radios. We've then got the side tone and Vox board there, and then a whole bank of crystals up here for band switching, the different oscillators. Under here and under here are the pre-selected tuning coils. Now the thing that you aren't told in the manual is these have to track with some others under here, so you have to take this off and have a fiddle until it all works properly. So it's all quite jolly, and you've got a massive long switch bar. You can see it there, goes right the way through, switching some in there, it switches some in there, then it comes down here, and that's going into the output filter switching in there. So there's this huge switch bar. Just, it's a sort of a recipe for problems, in as much as there are so many switches that could go wrong. And we can see, as usual, everything is connected to the front panel. Heavy quality, you know, steel work. This is no light duty. This is meant to be nice and tough. A pity the electronics isn't a bit more reliable though, but quite an impressive piece of equipment.